It's a warm summer morning in your backyard somewhere in the USA, maybe under the bright skies of Texas or the cooler breezes of the Midwest, and you're reaching up to pluck crisp, tender pole beans straight from your own vines, climbing tall and proud on a simple trellis. No more bland store-bought beans that wilt in the fridge. These are fresh, flavorful, and bursting with that homegrown magic that makes every meal feel special. If you've ever dreamed of turning a small patch of earth into a vertical veggie powerhouse that saves space and delivers nonstop harvests, you're in the right place. Today, you were diving deep into everything you need to know about growing pole beans successfully, even if you're just starting out and your thumbs have never felt greener. We'll cover every step from seed to plate so you can avoid the common pitfalls that trip up beginners and watch your pole beans thrive like never before. Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll have the confidence to plant, nurture, and harvest like a pro right in your own backyard. Growing pole beans is one of the smartest choices for any home gardener across the United States because these climbing wonders are space savers that produce way more than their bushy cousins, while adding beauty and height to your garden beds. Unlike bush beans that stay low and compact, pole beans vine upward, often reaching 6 to 10 feet or more, which means you can grow a huge yield in a tiny footprint, perfect for urban plots in New York City, suburban yards in California, or even container gardens on balconies in Florida. They're warm season lovers that fix nitrogen in the soil as they grow, actually improving the earth for your next crops. And once they start producing, they keep going for weeks on end if you harvest regularly. For beginners like you, the best part is how forgiving they can be with a little know-how. Whether you live in USDA Zone 5 in the Northeast, where springs are short, or Zone 9 in the sunny South, where summers stretch long, pole beans adapt beautifully when you give them what they crave: sunshine, support, and steady care. Let's start at the very beginning with planting your pole beans the right way so you set yourself up for success from day one. The key is waiting until the soil warms up nicely after the last frost date in your area. Think late spring, around mid-May in many northern states, or as early as April in the South. Soil temperature should hit at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit for those seeds to sprout reliably without rotting in the cold. Grab a simple soil thermometer from your local garden center, or even use your finger to test. If it feels comfortably warm a couple inches down, you're good to go. Choose a spot that gets full sun for at least 6 to 8 hours a day, because pole beans are sun worshippers that need that energy to climb high and set plenty of pods. In hotter southern regions, a touch of afternoon shade can help prevent scorching, but overall, brighter is better. Prepare your soil by loosening it to about 8 to 10 inches deep and mixing in a generous layer of compost or well-rotted manure to make it fertile and well-draining. Pole beans hate soggy feet, and poor drainage leads to root issues that can ruin your whole season. Aim for a soil pH between 6.0 and 6.8 if you're unsure. A quick test kit will tell you if you need a sprinkle of lime to sweeten it up. Skip heavy nitrogen fertilizers at planting time, since these plants naturally pull nitrogen from the air through their roots, and too much can make them leafy but pod poor. Now, for the actual sowing. Direct seed your pole beans right into the garden because they don't like their roots disturbed by transplanting. Space your seeds about 1 to 2 inches deep and 3 to 6 inches apart right at the base of your support structure. You'll want to install a sturdy trellis, teepee of poles, or even a fence or netting beforehand, so the vines have something strong to grab onto as they grow. In a typical USA backyard setup, plant in rows 3 to 5 feet apart to give those climbing vines room to breathe and prevent tangled messes or disease from poor airflow. If you're working with limited space, like many beginners in apartments or small lots, try a vertical bean tower or a simple A-frame trellis made from bamboo stakes tied together. They're cheap, effective, and look charming in any garden. Drop 4 to 6 seeds around each pole or every few inches along the trellis. Then gently cover them with soil and pat it down lightly. Water the area well, but gently with a soft spray so you don't wash the seeds away. And keep the soil consistently moist until those first green shoots poke through in about 7 to 10 days. In cooler climates like the Pacific Northwest or Great Lakes region, you might start a second planting in early July for a late summer harvest that stretches into fall before the first frost hits. Once your pole beans are up and growing, the real fun and the secret to lush, productive vines begins with giving them the best light and temperature conditions tailored to American seasons. Pole beans thrive in warm weather between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, with nights staying above 50 degrees so flowers don't drop off. In the scorching summers of Arizona or Texas, provide consistent moisture and maybe a bit of shade cloth during the hottest hours to keep temperatures from spiking above 90 and causing blossom drop. Up north in places like Minnesota or Maine, plant a bit later and choose varieties that mature quickly so you beat the early autumn chill. Full sun is non-negotiable for maximum pod production. Anything less than 6 hours and you'll notice slower growth and fewer beans. Watch your plants closely. If the leaves start looking pale or the vines seem leggy, they might be stretching for more light. So consider repositioning your trellis if possible, or thinning nearby taller plants that cast shadows. These climbers love the long, sunny days of a true American summer. And when conditions are just right, you'll see them race upward at an inch or more per day, wrapping their tendrils around whatever support you've provided with surprising strength. Correct watering routine is absolutely crucial for developing those healthy, deep roots that make pole beans resilient and productive all season long. These plants have shallow root systems near the surface, so they dry out faster than you might think, especially in the well-drained soils we recommend. Aim to give them about 1 to 1.5 inches of water per week, either from rainfall or your hose. But the real trick is consistency rather than flooding them once in a while. Water deeply at the base of the plants early in the morning so the leaves have time to dry before evening, which cuts down on fungal problems that plague many beginner gardens. Use a soaker hose or drip irrigation system if you can. It delivers water straight to the roots without splashing soil or wetting foliage. And it's a game changer for busy gardeners across the USA who don't have time for daily hand watering. Mulch around the base with straw, shredded leaves, or even grass clippings once the seedlings are a few inches tall. This keeps soil moisture even, suppresses weeds, and prevents the roots from getting too hot or dry during those intense July and August days in the Midwest or South.